folks, Bob here at the Cooking and Kayaking channel. As you see behind me, there is a camper. We actually went this past week, as a matter of fact, it was on Monday, and picked up a 13-foot camper, which would allow me to expand my reach for kayaking. So I went ahead this week. I am not going to be doing any kayaking. I actually wanted to bring the camper out, test it. Since we just picked it up the other day, I wanted to test it out. Really good unit for one person, maybe two. But as you can see behind me, there's Rooster. He's going to go ahead and be doing a lot of these camping trips with me, which I'm super excited for. But I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a quick tour, and we're going to do a dinner tonight. I'm actually going to make a Reuben, so it's a grouper Reuben. So we're going to go ahead and do dinner and see what the evening brings. All right, folks, like most campers, we do have a LP tank. We have a battery, which is also pretty cool. If I ever take it to where we don't have electric hookups, there is an area underneath there which actually you can hook up solar panels directly to the unit. So it makes it very off-grid user-friendly, which is super ideal if we get to a spot where we decide to do that. So this is the side here. It did come with a really cool stove, which hooks up to the LP line underneath the unit. It came with this. I was like super excited when I knew that this was coming with it. It works almost like, I think there's a company out there called Brickstone. So everyone's talking about these griddles. I've already seasoned this. I seasoned it the other day at home. So we're gonna try that out this evening and see how she works. So this is Rooster. Say hi, Rooster. He's eating dinner, or ate dinner. So went ahead, and the back of this unit has the kitchen, which I think is pretty awesome. You actually have refrigerator, which is nice because I can then pack stuff into this refrigerator at the house and go ahead and store things in it. Some really good storage space here. A lot of my backpacking stuff I just tossed in here. I did pick up some of these bins to be able to do like food, snacks, some incidentals, in the way of, you know, some Tupperware bins, some other mugs, my burners, things like that. And then I'm going to use this basket for kind of what my meals are. Sink here, which is pretty cool. Running water, which is super nice, which is awesome. I did go ahead and purchased, well, I've had this, a nice size cutting board, which I'm going to leave in here. Some more storage down here, which is, I mean, this, for having such a small unit, the storage in this thing is amazing. So all of our controls, which allows us to either use the pump or the water, battery levels, you know, fresh water, gray water, black water, which we don't have black water because we don't have a bathroom, but nonetheless. And then, which is kind of neat here, is a lot of our controls, as well as we do have a hose attachment, which is really neat. In other campers I've had in the past, I've never had that. I've always had to put a splitter on the water to be able to do it. So it's kind of neat to have that attached right to the camper, primarily because if we are doing something that is a little bit more remote, I have something I can squirt things off of, which is pretty nice. So, and then we do have one more storage bin here, which you can also access from the inside of the camper, which is really nice as well. And back around. Like I said, it's not real big. So now we are going to go ahead and open up the door. And like I said, it's decent size. Let me go ahead and turn on some lights in here, which is pretty cool. So storage up here where I've been putting all my blanket sheets and such. Do have another shelf here. This is pretty cool. It lifts up and is a power station. So you got USB, mini USB, you got 110 outlets, and then it just goes away. One of the coolest things. Beds here. This is actually a back. This will be removed for sleeping purposes. I had not made the bed up yet, but nonetheless, it will be this evening. This is that little hatch, like I told you, that allows you, let me get you a better look, that allows you to access the storage from inside the unit. And then storage here, and storage, which is all my backpacking stuff that I just tossed in there. Do have an AC unit, which is super good, especially being that we are located here in Southwest Florida. So like right now it's nice outside, but it's still hot, so it's really good to have that availability. So, and this is like the coolest thing. I have a heater in here, which is a fireplace. It's like the neatest thing. Let me see if it'll work. There it is. But it can either be a heater or it can just be a light, which is like one of the coolest things. So, but of course, back to you've got extra 110 outlets here. You got extra 110 outlets here. You've got USB outlets here. More USB, I mean, more 110s up here, and then a cable hookup if it's something that you want to do. But it's nobody uses cable anymore. Pretty cool setup. Like I said, good for one person. You know, good for one person to be able to come out and relax and, you know, do some kayaking stuff. So, all right, we're gonna get out of here and get dinner started here. Just grouper Reubens, top. So you'll see how I make them. All right, guys, I am gonna go ahead. Add a little bit of oil to the pan. So what I'm going to do is I could go and put the fish directly on the unit, but fish has a tendency being very smelly, as everyone knows. So, and I've got some other things I want to cook tomorrow, like eggs and such, and I really don't want them smelling like fish. So I'm going to cook the fish in the pan on there, but I'm going to grill the sandwich on there. Now, this piece of fish is actually part of a larger piece of fish that I cooked last night. So I didn't want to bring an entire piece of grouper with me. So I essentially broke down, or I cut it in half. So I had a piece for dinner last night, and then I did this for today. Not too much because it'll overpower it, but a little bit of blackening seasoning. Let that go for a sec. Smidge of oil over top of that. All right, we are going to go ahead and butter both sides, well, both pieces of bread. Put the top back on that, lay down our lay one piece of fish. Well, it's all the same piece of fish, it's just two pieces of fish. I'm going to go ahead and set that thing down there. All right, I had a little bit of kraut that I'm going to toss on top. Then a wee bit Thousand Island dressing. Unfortunately, I do not have any cheese. We're going to be putting that on there as well. So this will go okay. We're going to move this over to the plate. Put the butter away because it's melting. Ugh, isn't that, look at that. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Love these things. Ruse right there. Already went ahead and made the bed up. Super easy. Just a top sheet, old quilt that my wife had. And I went ahead and was able to get the fireplace working. So check this out. No heat. It's just an image. That is like the awesomest thing. What can I say? I like candles, and it's a pumpkin latte candle, and I love pumpkin spice. So, yeah. Truth be told, I like pumpkin spice. All right, guys, it's super dark out here. We are gonna call it a night. We're gonna go in, we're gonna relax a little bit, do some reading, and close it all up. And plus, the mosquitoes out here are insane. So I will see you guys in the morning. Morning, guys. Good sleep last night. Cool. Even this morning, nice morning. It's a little humid, but it's really nice. It's like low 70s. Actually, really, really comfortable. Say good morning to the Roo dog. So we're gonna go ahead and get some breakfast started here. Let's get some things fired up. I'm not going to get the whole grill going for a cup of tea. So I'm just going to use my oil burner. Going. for some reason, the burner kept going out, so I had to adjust the cooker. So we'll see how this one works. It looks like the flame's staying on. Maybe it was just too much, not enough oxygen getting to the flame. I don't know. So we'll see. See, how's a man? How's a man? How's a man? So like I said, this is my first actual solo trip in like 2 years that completely panned out, and it was awesome. It was nice being able to sleep at least somewhat comfortable, get up, come out and get roof fed, and you know, we're gonna make breakfast here shortly. Really good bacon here from, we're gonna do two slices, I think, from Farmer Joe's over by the house. And some eggs. I don't necessarily like my yolks that runny, so I always like to break them. right, guys, that's it for me this video. Next week, I'm actually going to take a much longer trip. It's going to be a couple days long, as a matter of fact. I am going up to Alusty, Florida. There is a, I've always, if anyone knows me, I've always been a huge U.S. history fan. So I've done a lot of reenacting years ago. I know a lot of Civil War history. I read a lot of Civil War history books. And there is only one major battle that was taking place in the state of Florida, and that was in February of 1864. That being said, next week we are heading up to Alusty, taking the camper up. I'll see about throwing the kayak on, because I'm going to be there for a few days, so I figured I'll drive up on Sunday, stay overnight, get up and do Alusty in the morning, come back, stay overnight, and then come home. So it's like a 3-day trip. Other than that, I appreciate you guys watching. Smash that like button, throw me a comment or two, and as always, I appreciate you.